Hi friends, welcome to CAT channel Civil Architecture Tutorials. Today we discuss regarding Cofferdams. So before becoming an engineer, I used to wonder how they build bridges over oceans or rivers, how they build that foundation part, okay, for the bridges. I always wonder, but now I know how they are building. So for that we are using Cofferdams. Also nowadays they are using caissons also, but Cofferdam is another type of construction in which we can build uh, foundation and the columns for the bridge. And this Cofferdam, what is the purpose of Cofferdam? Cofferdam actually gives a particular area or makes a particular area reasonably dry so that we can go for piling of the foundation for the bridge footing. So let us see what is Cofferdam. This is a Cofferdam. This is a Cofferdam from, it's like a plan, okay? Here, this much area is Cofferdam. Cofferdams actually, they build the Cofferdam. That is actually, it's a kind of sheet driven piles, sheet piles, which they join together by bracings, like these bracings, and also they weld together, and they made the structure in some other area which is nearer to the water surface or nearer to the river, and they place it on the area where they need to do the pile work. So some cofferdams are very huge, so they cannot be taken in a barge to that area. So that itself will float to that area. They will make it float to that area, and then they will push it down at that area. So this is actually sheet-driven piles. They will put the pile deep into the area so that it will go deep into the earth, and up to a certain level it will go, because if it is not gone up to a certain level depth, then the water from the river outside can penetrate again through the earth which is down. So it should be, the sheet driven pile should be go up to a certain depth where the water should not come from outside to inside of this cofferdam through the underlying air surface. So once they drive on all this thing and they pump out all the water from this area to outside. So this area is river, and this area will be reasonably dry. It means it is not fully dry, but it will be reasonably dry to do a pile work or footing work in this area. So once they do the footing work and once they finish the pile and column here or pier here, okay, then this structure they will let the water comes into this area, and then they can take this thing out, the cofferdam out. So this is actually a temporary structure, not a permanent structure. It's not like caisson. That I will do another video regarding the difference between caisson and cofferdam. So this cofferdam is a temporary structure which let the engineers do the work to make it a reasonably dry area. That is the purpose of cofferdam. So you can see the horizontal braces here and sheet piles. So it need not be, the material need not be the sheet piles. It can be of material, can be earth, or it could be rock fill, okay, which earth or material or rock fill they are used in the olden times. And it could be single layer sheet piles or double layer sheet piles or cellular sheet piles. That also can be used for the cofferdam. So this cofferdam, where we are using cofferdam, you know that the cofferdam, apart from the cofferdam, we can go for caissons also. So when the area is very large and the depth up to which the foundation is how to go is low, it's not of bigger depth, or the depth is very low, then you can go for cofferdam. Or if area is very small and if it has to go to a big depth or a higher depth, then this is not an reasonable solution for making the foundation of bridges. So that is one other thing. And this is also, cofferdams are also a bit expensive. And where we are using cofferdams mainly, it is mainly the cofferdams we are using it for making dams. Like, how can we make dams in between two rivers? So that also I was surprised when I was a kid or when I was not an engineer. So there also you have to know, as a layman you have to know, we are making use of Cofferdams to make dams, bridges and some decks, DECK decks. So for all these things we are making use of Cofferdams. Alternative is caissons, but now we are discussing only Cofferdam. So I think now you got a clear picture of what is called Cofferdam. So let us see this diagram also. So if this is a river, okay. So this is a combination of Cofferdam and caisson which I am going to tell. First, they will identify a particular area where the foundation have to go into depth, a higher depth. Okay, so they will put one or two caissons according to the load calculation, maybe 2 or 3 or 4. That depends upon the design of the structural engineer and depends upon the load that the bridge is taking into in this area. So they driven the caisson, and caisson is going to be a permanent structure, and above that they will make a temporary platform, and then they put concrete over it, then it will be a base. So before putting this, they have to make a Cofferdam here. Once they make the caisson and made it up to a certain level, they make a Cofferdam around it, and for this around this platform, so that the water will be on the other side, and then they begin this column work of this bridge. And once the column is over, then they take away that Cofferdam, let the water comes in, and then they after this pier or column work is done, then they can make this connection between these two. One column will be here between these two, which there will be a slab which will be the bridge. So in this way, there are combination of caisson and Cofferdams also comes in certain river or certain oceans. So combination type also can be done. So I think today you are a bit clear about what is called Cofferdams. So if you like this video, please subscribe, share and like. I will come with another video with another subject. Thank you very much.